Hello, and welcome to the Sunday League Pundit Show, episode 93. We, as you can see, if you're on YouTube, we do not have JimJam this week because he is, as we said last week, in Dublin getting very drunk and possibly arrested. We don't know yet. Haven't heard from him in a while, so it is a distinct possibility. However, off camera, we do have my very good friend, Mr. Tin Ribs. How are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. Very well. We don't have a JimJam the Statman stat, so
No.
I have a stat that I picked up off telly if you don't have one.
I don't.
The stat I picked up off telly was that Maresca is the only Premier League manager in history to never select a player over the age of 30 in his starting lineup. Didn't know that was a thing till the other day.
That's... Okay, yeah.
Kind of mad, isn't it?
I mean, when you consider things like that, you look at the likes of Fergie, Wenger, who literally are synonymous for bringing young talent in and stuff. It's mad when you look at it that way.
It's mental, isn't it? Because if you think that Wenger literally barely gave people contracts once they hit 30,
Yeah.
you either had a one-year contract or you had nothing. But he did still select them over the age of 30, whereas Maresca apparently hasn't. However, it's clearly not doing them any harm, is it? Because if you look at the table, they are riding high in ninth, having won 4, drawn 2 and lost 3.
They lost to fucking Sunderland.
We're going to talk about that. Trust me, we're going to talk about that. Hello, kitty cat.
And we have an invader.
We have an invader. This is Fifi. For everyone that's watching on YouTube, the cat that's currently just attacked me. I say attacked me, just jumped on me. But yeah, so this kitty cat here is called Fifi. And you like me because I used to feed her a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And she gets fed a lot.
Anyone who feeds that cat is immediately in her friends group.
Yeah, this cat
She's fickle as fuck.
this
She's
cat gets
fickle.
fed a lot. So I think what we're going to do, mate, is we're going to very quickly explain that this podcast is another watch along because Tin and I are currently watching Everton at home playing Tottenham Hotspur. So whilst we'll be doing the normal podcast, we'll be talking about the week's events. I've actually made a fair few notes this time, so I'm actually prepared this week. We're also going to be watching Everton versus Tottenham, so if you do hear any oohs, ahs, and yeahs in the background, it's because we're watching a game. So I think what we're going to do now is play the music. Hello and welcome to episode 93 of the podcast that should have finished after episode 1. We are, as I've just mentioned, watching the Everton versus Tottenham game. Myself and Tin Ribs. Jim's not here. He's probably in an Irish prison somewhere, sleeping off the Guinness. So this week, we've had some surprising results. We've had some not so surprising results. And we're currently watching a 0-0 after 13 minutes between Everton and Tottenham, which after 13 minutes is not all that surprising.
But in all fairness, it hasn't been boring.
No, it's been actually quite a good watch. The bit that we've watched, and that was a bit of a crappy slip. I do, however, want to talk about one specific talking point. So we're going to go to that game first, and it's something that on Match of the Day, Michael Carrick mentioned, and this is why I want to talk about it. So we're going to talk about the which one was it now? Right, it was the Brentford versus Liverpool game. Okay.
Yep.
Now, Salah for me should have been sent off because did you watch it? He went in studs first to get the ball, went over the top of the ball and stamped on the guy's ankle. You're endangering your opponent. Could have snapped his ankle. Should have been a red card. End of story. There's no question in my mind that should have been a sending off, and he wasn't sent off. He then, at the end of the game, actually scored a phenomenal goal, which was difficult to bring down, and then he volleyed it immediately, and it hit the underneath of the bar and went. It was a great finish. Shouldn't have been on the pitch. Amazing defending by Brentford towards the end of the game. Now, the pen, not pen issue, where Van Dijk took out the Brentford attacker, whose name escapes me at the moment because I haven't written it down, on the edge of the box, which immediately he gave a free kick for.
Yeah.
So it was a foul, free kick, just outside the area. And at the time, I thought that was a just decision. Now, VAR looked at it, And after Van Dijk had made the challenge, his foot then landed on the edge of the penalty spot, on the edge of the penalty area. So obviously he kicked him before the edge of the area, so that they then reversed the decision and said it was a penalty, which is correct. It was a foul. It was done on the line of the box. That makes it a penalty because the line of the area is included in the area that's stated in the rules. So as far as I'm concerned, that's fine. That's a penalty. However, Michael Carrick specifically said after the game, on Match of the Day, as a free kick, it's definitely a free kick, but had that been fully inside the box and the ref was aware it was inside the box, he'd have had more of a decision to make. Why? Isn't a foul a foul? We've discussed this before on here, saying that fouls on the halfway line are not given in the area. That is a prime example of an ex-professional who was a very good, straight-laced professional.
And a good manager.
And a very good manager who's now telling us that fouls inside and outside the box are dealt with differently.
Yeah.
Why? Any ideas? Because I haven't got a clue.
No.
Why are we dealing with fouls differently just because they're inside and outside the area? Surely a foul's a foul. Not according to Michael Carrick.
Yeah,
It's a stonewall free kick. Maybe it's a penalty. I'm sorry, what?
Nope.
How does that work?
They're both so.
That's literally Michael Carrick telling us that. He was one of the best professionals we've seen in the game. Straight-laced, he wasn't an arsehole, he wasn't outspoken, he wasn't a dickhead. He was a really, really good footballer. He's turning into a very, very good manager.
Mm-hmm.
And yet he's telling us the rules for fouls are different. So clearly they are. So that's my one major talking point.
So is it more... Do they
also
perceive it? Rather than the rules actually being that way? Because the rules aren't. The rules are black and white and written.
Yeah, if it's foul, it's foul.
But is it the...
It's a perception.
Yeah, the perception and the... See, for me, probably taking his words very much out of context, is he saying it's a... Is it a clear-cut free kick, yellow card, or it's just a free kick?
Just free kick.
Or, no, but what I'm saying is he saying once it goes into the area, it becomes a different... in the sense of, is it a red card? Is it a yellow? Does that make sense? I'm taking his wording out of context a little bit, but that's
a little bit, because what he actually said was the foul itself was a foul, but that same foul inside the area would have taken more thought. Why would it? So it was nothing to do with the yellow or not yellow, because it wasn't a yellow. Nobody was debating a card.
Yeah.
At any point. I don't like Van Dijk. I think he's wildly overrated. I don't think it was a yellow card. In any way, shape or form. It was just a late challenge. But it was a free kick because he booted the guy's foot.
Yeah.
He tried to get the ball, a little bit slow, booted his foot. So it was definitely a foul. But for Carrick to go, it just takes more thought inside the area. Why does it? Why does it? We also had another one. I don't know if I've written it down, actually. There you go, yeah. We'll get to it in a bit, but there's somebody else that should have been sent off for denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the game. But anyway, Brentford, it finished wonderfully. Oh, yes. Brentford 3, Liverpool 2.
Oh, and we've just had a goal.
And Tottenham have just scored, Mickey van der Ven by the look of it. So Tottenham have just scored. Bit disappointing. Could have done with them losing to make it a perfect weekend. However, they are winning, and to be honest, they're no real threat to Arsenal anyway, so I don't really care, and I'm not a big fan of Everton, or Pickford, for that matter. So yeah, Brentford 3, Liverpool 2. Wonderful, wonderful result for all of English football. Salah should have been sent off for stamping on the guy's ankle. It was a horrific challenge. It was a good choice to reverse that free kick to a penalty because it was on the line of the area. So VAR has finally done something and done something well. And pretty quickly. It didn't actually take them very long at all. Carrick surprised me with his comments. And the look... Do you remember last season when Liverpool were riding high and I said, this look will not last forever?
Yeah.
And it did last them to the end of the season. However, it hasn't lasted them forever. Because that look that they were getting, even at the beginning of this season. Now, as well, something else I want to point out, right, is before this weekend started, Arsenal were, what, 4 points clear, I think, or 3 points clear, or something similar. And everyone's coming out in the media going, if Arsenal don't win the title, after 8 games, if Arsenal don't win the title, bottle jobs. This is the biggest bottle in Premier League history. This is what I was hearing on TalkSport and on the pundits on TV. Arsenal 4 points clear now. They bottle it from here. 3 games earlier, Liverpool were 5.
4 games earlier,
or 5.
Liverpool were. So
they played 5
games
and they were 5 points clear. Not one person has mentioned them bottling it.
No.
But they were more points clear than us, and they won 5 out of 5.
Yep.
And nobody said a fucking thing about it. But now Arsenal have lost to Liverpool, which was a great free kick, as much as I don't want to admit it. Because we lost to Liverpool, but now we're 4 points clear.
Yep.
It's the biggest bottle job in Premier League history if we lose it from here. 9... Well, in fact, then it was 8 games
As far as I'm concerned, the biggest bottle job in Premier League history so far is Tottenham. The year Leicester won it. What were they, 9 points clear with like a few games to go? And
I really enjoyed that though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that's the biggest bottle job in history. Then you've got Newcastle. I would love it if that was quite a bit of a bottle job.
That was a bit. They were clear.
Who else has bottle jobbed it?
Arsenal. With Arteta, we were 8 points clear in February.
Yeah, okay, so that's
another massive bottle job.
What I'm saying is...
That's not 4 points clear after 8 games, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, we've had other bottle job. So to turn around now, a few games into the season and say, oh, it's a massive bottle job, it's just stupidity. But again,
crazy.
But you know what? This is the one thing. We've entered a generation where everything is troll baiting, it's all baiting, and we've entered a generation where it's all about... Everyone wants instant success. Everybody wants everything instantly. Everybody wants everything short, sweet. Like you were saying about like what we do. What we do is for a bit of fun. But if we weren't doing it for a bit of fun, because it's like there are other podcasts out there, and a lot of podcasts can span it's like 2-3 hours. We keep it down to an hour.
Yeah.
Or try to.
An hour to an hour and a half.
But 90% of our success, I will word it as, like the reviews, the viewership, is all from shorts.
Yeah.
It's all from 30-second clips. But then you go into like the generation we've created. There's this desire, this need for instantaneous
because nobody's got any attention span anymore.
There's no attention span. So when people see a few games, it's like Leeds lost a couple of games and didn't get anything. Oh, they're going down. Really? Because if you look at the league as it stands at the moment, we're quite safe. And then it's like Troy Deeney literally went from being Bonlahor, our biggest hater, is like, yeah, I don't think they've got anything to worry about. Because Wolves, Nottingham Forest and West Ham are just worse. They've got nothing to worry about. But then we had one bad game where can I just mention, demolished Burnley, and they had 2 fantastic strikes to score. So the scoreline of 2-0 is completely not a reflection of how that game went.
It's not.
I mean, that second goal was an absolute blinder.
But if you keep doing that, you will go down.
Oh, of course.
If you keep playing well and doing nothing with it, you will go down.
Yeah, but it happened under Jesse Marsh. That's exactly what happened. We played really well, but we didn't get the results. But what I'm saying is, 2 defensive laps, we conceded 2 goals. But within that,
really wasn't.
I can't deny that.
It really was a good finish. To be fair,
but as I said last week, I've got no complaints because we were the victims of our own thing. We allowed them space, we allowed them time, and they scored 2 absolute great goals. What do you want from us? But it's like within that moment, Troy Deeney's all of a sudden going on about how we're going to get relegated. I mean, what a saying!
What a great shot!
But it's like all of a sudden we're getting relegated. It's like one result. We've gone from being absolutely sturdy and stable to they're going down. One game. We're not even 10 games into a 38-game season.
Yeah, but with this lack of attention span, comes an immediate reactionary, way of thinking. So, if let's say, for instance, you get. It happens in all walks of life, doesn't it? So driving, for instance.
Oh, what an equaliser!
Someone's only got to cut you up these days, and you're going to die in a car accident. Yeah. Everything's taken to the extreme immediately. And that was a great header off corner. Everton are now 1-1 in the 24th minute. Good corner swung in. But, okay, corners. Because I'm an Arsenal fan, and we're getting absolutely battered at the minute. Corner FC and this, that, and the other. Now, it could just be me on this, because I was brought up in the 80s. As you were, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
We started playing football.
Yeah.
We were always taught during training, try and score on corners.
Wow.
It's a decent opportunity to try and score. But now Arsenal are doing it.
I'm not being funny, but the whole point of a set piece is to give you an advantage in which you can score.
Yeah, but now Arsenal are doing it and doing it well. It's now a problem.
You say that. Now I heard a stat the other day. Again, it's a third party.
This is Liverpool have scored the most set pieces in Champions League.
It's not even that. I think I'm sure I heard somewhere that this year's Premier League, at this stage of the season, is the highest set piece scoring Premier League of all time.
Mm-hmm.
There's been more goals scored in the first 9 games this season.
Or it might be disallowed, this header.
Than there has the entire, like, in any previous season. Why? Why would you disallow
Because that guy on the line's offside when he heads it. Right. And they're trying to say, is he interfering with the goalkeeper?
Goalkeeper needs to be stronger.
Yeah, but I think they're going to give it as interference.
Goalkeeper's got to be stronger.
I mean, he's definitely offside, there's no question.
Both of them are.
Because he's in front of the keeper, he is interfering with him. So I think they're going to disallow it.
I think it's going to get disallowed. Which is a shame.
Which, to be honest, is probably right. Because he is interfering with the goalkeeper. And he is offside. Because he's in the keeper's way. He's literally in front of him.
Yeah, he can't.
So, yeah, I mean, the keeper could have just elbowed him out of the way.
I'd have led with the elbow to the face.
Yeah. But I think... Yeah, I think...
they've called him over.
I think it's going to get disallowed. Which is a bit of a shame.
This is a...
So we're scoring off corners bad now then, because Arsenal are getting battered for it.
We've scored...
Because we're set-piece FC now.
We've scored a few off corners. Rodon scored off corners. I'm all right with it.
Declan Rice has got one of the best deliveries in the Premier League at the minute. He's absolutely pinpointed.
I heard a really interesting comment on TalkSport today, and I was like, I wish I could have coined that. And they were saying Declan Rice's delivery is so good that DHL and UPS are currently trying to recruit him.
Yeah, that come on earlier. Yodel, every DPS, they're all trying to recruit because his delivery's so good.
But you know what? That's great for England.
100%. If they let him take the free kicks for England. Because don't forget, we've got the likes of Grealish and that Bellingham, that want the free kicks because they want the glory, whereas...
here's my issue here. Why is Vicario all the way over at the monitor trying to plead a case? Just fuck off and leave the ref to make a decision.
Yeah, we're about to get it.
They're mic'd up now, aren't they? So yeah. He's
got a button to announce the stadium.
Yeah, this is a rugby thing, which I actually like.
Yeah, I like the fact they explain it on the pitch.
Here we go. Impeding the goalkeeper.
There you go.
Yeah.
The final decision is an indirect free kick in a 6-yard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair decision.
It is.
But I'd say to my strikers in that position, get out the fucking way of the goalkeeper. You offside.
That's the thing. You put someone on the goalkeeper. I've seen it. It happens to me. It's always happened to me on every corner. That's fine, but for me, he needs to be a little bit stronger.
The defenders did well to rush out.
I mean, look, he looks like he's falling over here. There's no contact. Yeah, I just think the keeper should...
I don't think he was ever going to save it. But in the rules of the game,
he's a lucky
is a free kick. So Vicario is very, very lucky.
He's got away with it. That's all I'll say.
So anyway, Liverpool got beat 3-2 by Brentford. Chelsea won, Sunderland 2. Sunderland won with 38% possession.
Yeah.
I will say, Garnacho's goal, fabulous finish.
Yeah.
Sunderland's goals, fabulous goals. That was a game of good goals.
Any bad goals. Garnacho's looking so good for Chelsea.
Chelsea, though, for me, were poor.
Yeah, but Garnacho's looking good.
And he's spent a lot of time on the bench. But when he's on the pitch, for me, he's really, really good.
I think Man United, wherever the issue was at Man United, there was something going on, and
he wasn't happy there, was he?
No,
because he's come out and criticised them since.
Yeah, so obviously
he wasn't happy, and he was desperate to get to Chelsea. I don't know if he's like a deep down Chelsea fan or whatever, but he was desperate to get to Chelsea. Didn't want to go abroad at all.
London.
It could possibly be the London thing. I know a lot. I don't know why London's shit. I hate London. I do. I'm an Arsenal fan. I hate London. Okay, so the next game, this is the one I want to talk about. Manchester United 4,
great game.
Brighton 2.
I really enjoyed that.
Fabulous game. Some great goals, and Buemo was superb.
Yes, he was.
Now, the Ahmed challenge. Have you seen the Ahmed challenge where he did not get a penalty?
Yes.
Now, I want to talk about this because it's happened twice to us recently. The defender touched the ball.
Yeah.
So, my point is, let's say Saliba goes in on Sesko.
Mm-hmm.
Saliba, glances the ball and then snaps his leg in two. It's not foul.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off. Are we doing this now?
Hang on.
We doing
hang
this?
on. I just want to point out, Strauch last time we were in the Premier League, made a phenomenal tackle on Elliott, which broke his leg, and despite the fact there was absolutely nothing wrong with the challenge, Stroud got sent off.
Yeah, I mean, this whole... He touched the ball. I mean, they barely touched the ball. Look at the Gorkarez one with Pope.
Yeah.
He barely touched the ball, but then wiped Gorkarez out.
Yeah.
But because he almost got a glancing blow on the ball, it's no penalty. It's still a foul.
I think it should be significant contact.
Yeah. But you need to win the ball, for me. Not even significant contact. You need to win it for it to not be a foul. Because if you're going to glance the ball, even if you change the direction, and then wipe the player out, for me, that's still a foul.
No.
Because you've wiped the player out.
If you get to that ball first and make a contribution to change, I think it's not a foul.
Because it's getting fucking stupid now.
By significant touch, I mean the ball has to deviate. It has to change in some way. It can't just roll past. I'm talking, even if it's like 2-3 degrees of movement, that's still movement.
You need something. But
because let's be honest,
stupid,
how many times
they're getting away with so many fouls.
How many times have you had it where the ball's been whipped across the box towards you and a player has touched it, like barely touched it, but it's took it away from you enough that you haven't got onto the end of it. That's a significant contribution. It might be the smallest of touches, but it's a significant contribution. I think anything that is under the significant category, so it just deviates the ball in any way, negates foul.
Okay.
Because you've changed that potential.
But they're literally looking for glancing blows that are doing nothing. And then going, well, it's not a foul because he touched the ball. He probably doesn't even know that he's touched the ball. He probably didn't feel that. It was that slight.
Yeah, but who was it where they called an offside because it literally brisked his hair? And it's like...
Some of them are fucking stupid, aren't they?
That's what I mean. It's common sense.
It's getting fucking annoying anyway. But what I will say about Man U, they went 3-0 up. Mm-hmm. Pretty well. Pretty quickly and pretty well. Oh, look, Tottenham are trying a long throw. Arsenal have been criticised for that, so why is everyone else doing it?
Everyone's been doing it this season.
But you're not allowed to, because Arsenal getting slagged off.
Everybody's got their long throw expert. Everyone.
Shouldn't be doing it. We get slagged off for it. Right, so yeah, they went 3-0 up, and Buemo, brilliant. Brilliant.
Are you going to bring in the first Buemo goal?
No.
I was going to say there's not a foul.
Rutter
goes down so fucking easy.
Close to being
Rutter goes down.
It was just a great goal.
Easy.
So, my point is, though, the last 5 minutes of that game then went to 3-2. United were not as comfortable as 4-2 suggests.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Nguemo just getting that fourth, they'd have been in real trouble.
I won't lie. As a neutral, I really enjoyed that
game. It was a great game. But United are not, like we've always said with Liverpool for the last 18 months, not as comfortable as it looks.
No.
So, okay, they got the win, but, it was 50-50. Like, that could have gone either way, that last goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they were very, very lucky to get the win.
I mean, I'm happy they won because we got Brighton at the weekend. And Brighton being in a slump, I think will help us. I mean, we are away. We don't travel well. The Premier League is not a good place for us in travelling in the last 4 years.
Premier League's not a good place for Leeds to be, really.
But if you look at our last 4 years in the Premier League, home is where we get our points, away is not. That's the last... Since Bielsa got us back up, that's just how it's been. I don't really see it changing. I think this season we've got to get out.
It's a lot of pushing and shoving in that area there for this corner.
We've got to get our survivability from our home games. That's where we're going to survive. If we survive, it's because we'll win 10 home games. If we win 50-50 of our home games, or 7 of our home games, get a couple of draws and so forth, then I think we'll survive. I don't think we're going to blast into the top half of the table or anything. I think we'll
just surviving is enough, isn't it? This season.
This season, we just need to survive, and I think there are a fair few worse teams than us. Oh, I was about to say what a finish.
That could have been one of the goals of the season.
Yeah, but yeah, so obviously with Brighton taking another loss, it's good for us. Putting them down. I mean, the problem is they beat Newcastle at home. But the draw with Wolves, for me, gives me hope. Because Wolves are garbage.
Wolves are really good. We're going to go into them in a minute. They're doing really well. Stop picking on them.
So I'm hoping that we can go there. Oh, you know what? If you told me we could take a point from Brighton, I'll tear your hand off now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I mean, they're in and around us on the table. They're what, point ahead of us? Yeah, they're a point ahead of us. But I'll take it. I'd take a point because that'll put us up that little bit more. And yeah, it's like I say, picking your battles, isn't it? You've got to pick your battles. So let's finish Saturday in the Premier League, then jump back.
Then we had Newcastle 2, Fulham 1.
Yeah.
Bassey had an absolute shocker for Newcastle's first. Poor control on the halfway line. Went to pass it out and just kicked it straight into the Newcastle player who ran on to score. Absolute howler from him. It was terrible.
But you know what's surprising? You look at that fixture and you don't look at two teams struggling in the bottom half.
No. Pope was unlucky for Fulham's because he got a good save, but as he saved it, it went into play rather than away from the goal. Yeah. And obviously the rebound was put in. And again with Leno for Newcastle's second, phenomenal save. Yeah. Ball went back into the middle, rebound went in. So it was two very good saves that just happened to have a shit outcome.
Yeah.
Out the two, you would say Pope was probably able to maybe push his away, but didn't. I mean, Leno had no fucking chance. It was just a great save and just happened to be in a shit position that it went in and Newcastle put it in. But yeah, a bit unlucky for the goalkeepers. If we go on to today.
Hang on, I just want to go into one game on Friday that isn't the game that you think I'm going to have to. So, when Wilder went back to Sheffield United, I was very disappointed because, again, as much as I don't particularly like him, I have to acknowledge his credit. Yeah, he's good. So when he went back to Sheffield, I was like, shit, they're going to get out of this draw. Thank you, Preston, for ruining their night. It was
3-2.
It was horrible hearing how they were 2-0 up just going into half-time. And then in extra time, they managed to just get that one back to bring bring that hope back.
And Tanganga, ex-Spurs, learned everything he knew at Tottenham. Scores an own goal.
And then Jefferson scored, and it was like, you know when you feel like the karma of the world, the equilibrium has just returned, you just feel like it's just balancing out.
I feel like you just hate fucking Sheffield United and like the fact that they're in relegation zone.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, that was a good result for Preston, given the fact that they did go very quickly 2-0. I think it was in the first 20 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
Something like that. So we had Bournemouth 2, Nottingham Forest 0 earlier today. Tavernier and Croup.
Did you hear the Nottingham fans, like after, I can't remember if it was after the first goal or the second goal, the Nottingham Forest fans were already chanting to Dyche, you're getting sacked.
He's not had his 3.9 days yet.
I'm just like, that's brilliant.
So that was a bit rough on Forest, but they are going to have to pull themselves out of it pretty quickly. Next one is, it had to happen, didn't it? Arsenal 1, Palace 0 as a score. Had to be added, didn't it? Of everyone.
Yeah.
And that was his first Arsenal goal at the Emirates.
Yeah.
And what a finish. Volleyed it clean into the back of the net. I mean, there was no saving that.
Henderson was just...
He didn't celebrate, which I'm okay with.
Yeah,
well, he celebrated a little bit, but very, very subtly, which I'm okay with. I don't really mind that. But unlucky for Palace, because they put up a very, very good defensive fight.
Palace are a very good side.
Arsenal did absolutely batter them for long periods, which is to be expected at the Emirates, because Arsenal are very, very good at keeping possession. Yeah. They are good at keeping possession, and they don't concede many goals. Because if you look at it now, we've played 9, won 7, drawn 1, lost 1. Do you know we've only conceded 3 goals?
Yeah.
In 9 games. Yeah. And in the Champions League, we haven't conceded any home goals under Arteta. Which, given the fact that Raya, even in our last Champions League match, literally tried to throw the ball away, is amazing. I don't know how we get away with it with him in that. He's a fucking liability. And I still think he's dog shit and we need Ramsdale back.
Why did he not throw himself?
Nothing will change my mind about that. I don't think Raya's good enough. Next one. Matty Cash scores in the 19th minute. Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 0. Now,
but they make a habit of doing this.
53 to 47% possession, so it was pretty even on possession. 9 shots to Villa, 3 on target. This is where they're struggling. 18 shots for City, 4 on target. That's poor.
Yeah, but think it right.
That's less than a quarter of your shots there.
I'm just going to point something out here then, before we carry on. So, at Villa Park, last season, 21st December 2024, Villa won 2-1.
Against City.
Against City. They've always lost the away leg. Just want to point this out. However, December 6th, 2023, Villa won 1-0. And then in September 2022, it was a 1-1 draw. Villa have a really good home record against City. Unfortunately, the return leg isn't so good. 23, they lost 3-1, 4-1, and 2-1. So they don't have such a good away record against City.
That's good away from Villa Park, aren't you?
But that home record is something that my dad, because my stepdad is an Aston Villa supporter, which everyone's got their faults.
You say, well, yeah, it's one of his only faults, to be fair.
It literally is his only fault. But he actually said he had that slight feeling of like positivity because of that record.
Now we go. Wolves versus Burnley. Now Burnley raced into a 2-0 lead. They scored in the 14th minute.
Yeah, and then tried their best to throw it away.
Then they did a real good Leeds impression and conceded 2 just before half time, 42 minutes and 45 plus 4. So Wolves go into the break with real conviction and vigour and
no, this is where Wolves did the Leeds United in injury time, like late game. They lost it.
Yeah, the second half was a little dullish. There's a bit happened, but not much. And then Wolves conceded in the 95th minute. They are, I mean, let's go through their record. Played 9, won none, drawn 2, and lost 7. Oh. Now, I don't know if people are trying to take Derby's record. I don't know if it's an intentional thing, like Southampton failed last season, so Wolves are trying this season. Like, we can get less than 11. We can do this, boys. Come on. Is that what we're doing? Is that a thing now? Are we intentionally trying to beat Derby because we feel sorry that they've had the record for so long? Is that what it is? I don't understand why. Because Wolves last season were not awful. They weren't pulling up trees, but they were decent side. They were a decent Premier League team. Mm. They were getting some good results. They were playing some good football. What's going on?
Who knows?
Drawn 2 and lost 7 out of 9. What's the goal difference? Scored 7, conceded 19. Minus 12. Awful.
Almost as bad as West Ham.
West Ham have won, at least they've won 1.
Yeah.
Won 1, drawn 1, lost 7. Minus 13 because they're 7 for 20.
Yeah.
Jesus wept. Forest have scored 5, conceded 17, but at least they've won 1, drawn 2. Fulham again, 1-2, drawn 2, lost 5. Burnley, Leeds are looking a little better. They've only lost 4 out of 9. Burnley have lost 5 and 9, so that's over half. So
yeah.
Burnley, Fulham, Forest, West Ham and Wolves, I think that's where your relegated 3 are coming from this season. Because they're just not showing anything at all.
No.
I mean, Everton that are playing now and losing to Tottenham, they're now 1-3, drawn 2 and lost 4 if it stays the way it is now.
Yeah.
And that's only 11 points. And for Everton, who were struggling last season.
It's an improvement. It's an improvement on where they were last season.
Improving by half a foot. I mean, is that improving or is that stagnating dressed up as improvement?
Yeah. I just want to point out that it's a shame Jim's not here because obviously Southampton did really well against in the Premier League last season with getting their 12 points by the end of the season. Yeah. I'd like to point out that we're only 9 games in and we have 11.
11 after 9 games, yeah.
So
you're already on board with Derby.
Yeah. We've now got to lose every game in order to...
The thing is, though, I think Wolves are going for it.
Yeah.
Drawn 2, lost 7.
I don't think West Ham are trying too hard to keep away from it as well.
Shocking, isn't it? It's like, how do these teams that were decent, again, not world beaters, but they were decent Premier League sides.
I mean, I know why Forest are down there. Obviously, sacking Nunes, who set up that team.
Their owner has set them up for failure.
Oh, yeah, but also, it's that... Look at every team that gets into Europe, right? Just hear me out. Every team, let's look at Villa, for example, last season. Newcastle the season before. Every team that gets into Europe who isn't a already established top 6, I'm not saying big 6, established top 6 team, because you've got the squad, because you've been there that long, you've generated the revenue, you've built the squad. All the teams that get into Europe at that point struggle. Newcastle struggle, they drop down. They're back in the Champions League, look where they are. They're struggling again. Aston Villa got into the Championship, into the Champions League. No, which European Cup was Villa in last season? No, it was Champions League.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? They finished 4th, didn't they?
Yeah, and then what happened last season? They dropped right off again.
Yeah, struggled.
Every team that makes it into Europe, who isn't an established Big 6...
Well, look at Palace.
Struggle.
Well, Palace started this season really well.
Yeah.
Won the Community Shield, second trophy.
Yeah, started playing in Europe.
It's a trophy now. Yeah, till Arsenal win it, then it's not a trophy anymore.
Yeah. But what I mean is, they were doing really well. They played a game in Europe. They've lost 2 games since. There is that point where I'm not saying fatigue as such, but it's congestion. Fixture congestion will play heavily into it. The one saving grace of us playing absolute dog shit against Sheffield Wednesday is that we're out of the League Cup very early. And you know what?
You're okay with it?
I'm not that against it, because I believe Brighton are playing in the week.
If somebody said to you, you're going to get smashed in the League Cup early, but you're going to survive, you'd take it, wouldn't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You'd take that at the beginning of the season. Just survival, you'd be okay with it, no matter what cost it came at.
Well, this is the other thing. You're playing Brighton on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So they've just lost to Man United. They're going to play you in the League Cup, and then they're playing us on the Saturday.
I mean, we don't know what team we're putting out for the League Cup yet. So. It'll be Max Dowman and...
Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
area and that.
That gives me hope. I still think, as much as I hate to say this, Brighton are probably look at for where we need to be playing at. That's the level. Their players... If we can go toe-to-toe with Brighton, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable as a Premiership established team. Whereas if they absolutely floor us, I'll be concerned.
Right, I think what we're going to do, mate, is we're going to go to a break.
Okay.
Because we've dragged on a bit. This is just about to go to half time. We'll just wait for this corner to come in, and then we will go to break, and we'll see you lovely people for the second half. Welcome back. Part 2 of the Shitty Little Podcast. Yay!
Is that the new name?
Yeah.
Just rechange.
The Shitty Little Podcast. At least then I won't be moaned at for it not all being about football. It's meant to be about football. Like, yeah, we did 2 parts of this for years, and then we decided we were going to add a separate part.
Wasn't that because everybody was asking for a bit more?
Well, not everybody, but we were getting emails going like, we don't know anything about you. Like, we want to know stuff about you. I'm like, okay, so I spoke to you two about it. I'm like, are you willing to go? Like, you don't have to go into masses of details. Like, you know, you don't tell it. You don't need to tell me if you like nipple clamps. You know, that's your own thing. So we started a part 3, just where we just talk shit and go into stupid bits and talk about our own. I've had to curb it a little bit because I got in a bit of trouble, but
a little bit.
But yeah, so we started doing a 3rd part, but we still do the first 2 as normal on football.
Yep.
So speaking of football, although, you know, those that love the game won't consider it real football, we'll go on to the Leeds game. That's been done, mate, sorry.
That's all right.
So, Leeds.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Tin Ribs. You are the Leeds fan.
So, first half, we looked absolutely in control. We looked good. We looked, you know, we were the better team. And then the last 35 minutes or so, I knew they were going to score.
It was just how many? Or did you know that they were only going to score one, or was it a case of how many are they going to score at this point?
For me, it was when do they score, and is it going to make a difference?
Right, so if they'd have scored in like the 80th minute, it would have been.
Oh yeah, I mean,
squeaky bomb time.
Yeah, it was squeaky. We just seem to. I don't know whether you could say we fell asleep, or if we just. We've done it a few times this season. We've had a moment where we've conceded, I think, 3 late goals now, and it's sort of like it's almost like we invite that pressure on in the last sort of third.
Do you think they've run out of steam?
Possibly, because we do play a lot of high.
Do you think that the stamina might be a bit of an issue for you guys?
I do think that could potentially be it, because we do play that high press. Mm. We do play that sort of.
That's hard in any league, but the Premier League, where they are, as we've discussed before, football's not played by footballers; they're athletes.
So if we look at,
and when you're trying to keep up with an athlete for an hour and a half, it's hard going.
So I know we say that stats lie and so forth, but I'm just going to put it into perspective so you get an idea. The overall stats of the game, we only had 41% possession. Now keep in mind what we're normally like. We normally have huge amounts of possession. Mm. So against Burnley, we were like 73% or something, absolutely ridiculous. But if I go to the first half alone, it was 51 to 49.
Pretty
even. The second half was 68% possession to West Ham.
That's a lot as well, because West Ham haven't had all that much possession this season.
And if you look at, they say it's a tale of two games. We only had 4 shots, they had 6. We had 1 on target, they had 2. We created no big chances either side, but our passing percentage was 75 to their 86. Fouls committed, we committed 8 to their 5. But in the first half, our passing possession was the other way around. We had 84 to their 77. You
had 84 to their 77?
Yeah. So literally, our pass percentage switched.
Oh, passing accuracy. Yeah. I thought you meant possession stats. No. I was thinking that should add up to 100.
No. But we had 9 shots, 4 on target, 3 big chances. I mean, there was some good saves. And Aronson's brilliant break, where the slight glance took it onto the crossbar. We could have probably scored more, and we probably should have. Calvin Lewin sort of doing everything he could not to score at times. Was frustrating. But it's like, you look at the first half, there's a 50-50 possession. We dominated. Second half, we just switched off. And their goal was a good goal. In the sense that I think the defence should have done more. The keeper was never getting to it. Mm. It's a flicked header just outside the 6-yard box. And he's just outside of reach for diving. But it's sort of like, that kind of range, unless it's close to you, you never get into it anyway.
No, you're going to struggle.
So it's a good goal. You can't blame the keeper for it. You can't really, it's one of those. But it's just like, I don't know. It's just we just switched off. We did barely enough to get us over the line. Mm. West Ham were not very good, and it worried me a little bit. But you take the points.
I was going to say, it's still 3 points at the end of the day. West Ham are still now struggling really badly, actually. West Ham are properly struggling at the minute. And it's hard to see where their next win's coming from.
Yeah.
A bit like Wolves, really. It's really difficult to see where the points are coming from. Because they just fallen off a cliff, both of them. Literally fallen off.
Though I do hope that the injured Scholes isn't as bad as it looked, because he went down with his shoulder. And
who's that?
Scholes, their right back, young lad.
West Ham?
Yeah, West Ham. Went really early in the game.
This says... Oh, Scholes there, yeah. 25th minute he went off.
Yeah.
Oliver Scholes.
He went down, and our keeper Perry was like literally pointing to his shoulder to the ref to say like, and he had to go off with oxygen. It looked bad. So I hope it's not as serious as it looked. If that makes sense, nobody wants
dislocated shoulder.
Is it fully? Is that the outcome? Is it?
Ollie Scholes once again started at right back for no reason. but was forced off after dislocating his shoulder in the opening 20 minutes. After breaking through under Graham Potter at the London Stadium, the young defender is now set for an extended period on the sidelines.
That's a shame. Like I say, he, it didn't look good.
Won't be there for the foreseeable future. An injury expert on Premier League clubs has shared the latest after the blow. It's claimed that a return date is unknown, with the young defender being assessed after a dreadful start ended even worse out on the road.
Yeah.
Despite the injury forcing substitution. The tactical change was needed after only 20 minutes, said it was not working out, we needed to make a change. If surgery isn't needed, a professional sportsman could return to action in 6 weeks. If surgery is needed for Scholes, it could be months until he's seen again at the London Stadium. So we don't know. It depends whether he needs surgery on his dislocated
I seriously hope he gets a speedy recovery. Cause
I hope he doesn't need surgery then. It's 6 weeks. And then he comes back fighting fit and he's okay. But I seem to remember Walcott dislocated his shoulder once, and it aggravated him for about 18 months, maybe longer. And he really struggled to recover from it. Which is a real shame, because I was a massive fan of Walcott. He was a brilliant player. Very underrated. There are a few players for me in the Premier League that have been massively underrated. And Walcott for me is one of them. Trossard is another one. Being an Arsenal fan, I think Trossard is woefully underrated. Yeah. I think he's a great player. I was happy that he stayed.
So I hope he recovers soon, because that was a concern point. They put the ball in the back of the net in the 30th minute area. Offside. The thing that annoyed me the most was how long they took to make the most basic of decisions.
Yeah.
It's like they're going, there's no assisted referee tonight.
How long have we had VAR now? Is it 6 years? Did it start in lockdown or was it before?
No, I think it was after that. I can't remember. But they're still messing. But yeah, they were saying the automated offside wasn't on. I don't know whether.
When did VAR first appear in the Premier League?
Yeah. But they.
2019, 2016.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So yeah, 5 years, nearly 6 years.
So they, but they were saying the automated offside thing wasn't active for some reason, but then it's like you can see he's clearly beyond.
The thing is for me, that's damn near 6 years we've had VAR,
and it's still
not fit for purpose.
No.
It's still not good enough. Salah should have been sent off, and then the other guy who I mentioned earlier should have also walked. Who was that? There was another one, wasn't there? That was the one. Dorgu for United.
Yeah.
Should have walked, because he dragged. He took somebody out on his way to goal.
Yeah.
And it was denial of a clear scoring
here's the
opportunity.
One for me. So if you want to go on like weird contentious decisions, did you watch any of the Leeds game?
No.
So you didn't see Paquetá get booked for dissent?
No.
So he gets booked for dissent. He's gobbing off to ref. He gets booked. He then continues to argue with the ref. He gets told by his own captain to walk away. The referee's told him to go away twice now. He then pursues the referee further, having a go. And they're even saying on like the commentators, he's really on thin ice, he needs to shut up. Continues and continues. And then about 5 minutes later, he's back at the referee again. I'm just like, how much of a chance are you going to give him
before you just send him off?
Before you send him off? Because, unfortunately, for me, if you are going to put these things into position where it's like, yeah, we want you, we're going to book you for this, you need the example. A threat is only effective if there is an example.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like with kids, isn't it? You can tell them, if you do that again, you're going to bed. But if you never send them to bed, then that threat becomes empty.
Yeah.
And it's just pointless. Same as a yellow card. Yellow cards are pointless if they're not going to lead to a red. But doing exactly the same thing they got yellowed for.
Yeah.
Do you remember that game in which Martinelli got sent off for 2 yellows without a break in play?
Yes.
Because he fouled somebody.
Got up and then fouled another player.
The ref played on.
Yeah.
He then followed the same player down, fouled again further down the same line, and the ref pointed to the first one, booked him, pointed to the second one and booked him, and everyone's up in arms, and I'm like,
absolutely right.
That's the correct decision. Like, whether you want to like it or not, that's the correct decision. The first one was a yellow card foul.
Agree.
And the second one was a yellow card foul. Like, so he got the 2 yellows and walked. I wasn't happy about it, but I agreed with it because it was the correct decision at the time. So it has been done before. You can just go, okay, there's a yellow. Well, okay, there's another one. Go on, off you go.
That's it. It's just like, it seems to me it's like that he's warned him and then he's continued on, and I'm like, are you not going to put your foot down? Because now you've just showed you're a pushover.
Yeah. And that's the problem, isn't it? Because then, you know, well,
is he wearing trousers?
Yes, he is. He's wearing white trousers. Well, they're like white leggings. He's got on, which is awful for a footballer.
It's all right. I saw it earlier and thought he was wearing tracky bottoms.
Yeah, I did for a little bit.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's a penalty, isn't it?
I don't know. Who did what? I think someone took it in the nutsack. He looks like he's holding his testicle. Oh.
Now they'll check it.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's just like, I mean, to be fair, I'll give the ref some credit here. He's...
Okay, firstly, that definitely wasn't a penalty.
It's not a penalty, but there's a flying knee to the testicles. That's going to chaff in the morning. Oh,
that's going to hurt. I hope he's already got kids.
Well, if he hasn't, he's not having them now. Jeez.
Is that how sloth was created? No, it doesn't matter. It's not important. It's not important.
But yeah, where were we?
He's just collapsed. Fair play to him for getting up there.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's
brought tears to my eyes.
I mean that guy should not be allowed on the pitch in leggings.
No.
He should be told, don't sign for an English team if you can't take it, pal. Just wear shorts and be a normal person.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, was it Kirili or something? The goalkeeper who wore tracksuit bottoms?
For me, keepers are different. You're not running around the pitch, you just stood there.
He wore them all year round anyway.
Plus, you just stood there.
But
so if it's cold, keepers are going to get cold.
But I was watching an interview with him, and he actually said, it doesn't matter what the weather is. I'm so accustomed to wearing tracksuit bottoms that I can't play in anything that isn't tracksuit bottoms.
Fair enough.
And I was sort of like, kind of makes sense. And that's why he made his entire career. You watch, there's no games where he's not in tracksuit bottoms.
Fair play to him.
But again, if you are stood around, and let's be honest, even if you're
quite a
mobile, even if you're a fairly mobile keeper,
still cold.
You're doing a lot of standing around. And then if you dive on the ground and get like cold mud on you and stuff, it just doesn't get any better.
Oh, it's awful.
It's horrible.
It's awful.
I mean, I won't lie, the legging things that I wear on a Friday night, they're actually there more to protect me from the friction burns and grazes from the AstroTurf than they are to actually keep me warm. But yeah.
They will come in useful then. Now it's getting cold again, though.
Well, yeah.
Aren't we playing a proper game again soon?
Yes, we've got
December.
6th of December.
6th of December. It's quite early in December.
It's my birthday weekend, so it should be quite good.
Oh, yeah, you're early in December, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah.
What a shit Christmas present he was for his mum. Fucking hell.
That was the irony. I was supposed to be born on Christmas Day.
Were you actually?
Yeah.
Came 3 weeks early.
Came 3 weeks early. Yes. Appreciate Christmas present. What did you get? I got this thing.
You scream until you were 40.
Haven't stopped yet.
So yeah, we're still Tottenham 2, Everton 0. Everton had a disallowed goal. Tottenham, just after we finished recording the first half, then scored off of a corner. So yeah, we're still 2-0. It's 52nd minute. Thomas the Frank Engine's looking in deep thought there, talking to his backroom staff.
He's doing a good job. So shall we have a...
Good manager though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he's
good manager.
Quality. And you know what I like? He's one of these... He's kind of... You get these managers, let's take Graham Potter for example. You do see that. There are many other examples, I'm just going to use Potter. It's like they have great success at a low league team and they they've excelled. You know, they've done better than they should have. But then they go to a big club and then just crumble. Absolutely crumble.
Mm-hmm.
Frank, so far, looks like he's taken on the big job and it hasn't fazed him.
No, he seems to be
it's like
coping with it really well.
Like when you look at Graham Potter at Brighton, you know, dark hair, youthful looks. 3 weeks later into the Chelsea job, he's greyer than I am. Just for those who have never seen me, I'm pretty fucking grey. He's greyer than I am and aged about 15 years.
Mm.
And that's what the Chelsea job did to him.
Yeah, it wasn't the best thing for him, was it?
And it's just sort of like, you look at it and just think, there's a lot of... I mean, that's one example. I mean, Frank Lampard was the same. Really well at Derby. Then he got the Chelsea job, crumbled. Then he got the Everton job, crumbled.
Mm.
And you know what?
Now he's gone down to Coventry.
As much as he annoys me, which now leads into the section I want to talk about, he is doing a very good job, and I kind of...
He's a young English manager, so we want the best for him anyway.
I loved him as a player. It was that whole, oh, they're fine on this crap. And he's there trying to like play the saint, and he's got like all his old ex-managers going, how do you think you got half your information, mate? You're a hypocrite. I mean, Villa Boas and Mourinho basically both called him out as a hypocrite. So that annoyed me a little bit. But at Coventry, he's doing a fantastic job. They're the only team in England, I believe, that are unbeaten now. Have won every game. Sorry, not won every game, but haven't lost a game. They're top of the Championship and doing well.
I mean, unbeaten, some going in the Championship.
Oh, yeah.
After like 10 or 11 games.
Absolutely.
Some going.
I mean...
Oh, what a goal. Holy shit, what a save.
I mean...
Wow, Vicario, where did that come from?
I mean... That,
oh my God.
In my head, that was already a goal. I'm not going to
lie. I thought it was a goal.
Now, let's see a replay, please. I want to see that again.
Good grief.
That was...
Did you see the shot? The overhead?
I didn't see the shot. I just saw the ball.
Flicks up, went behind him.
Oh, the bounce on that is...
That was awkward for the keeper. Honestly, I thought there was a goal all the way.
I mean, that's a great reaction.
What a save that was. That was a superb save.
Yeah. In slow motion, it doesn't look as impressive, but when you watch it at full speed, that is...
Yeah, they played it a little bit quicker
at
the end. But what a start that was.
So, yeah, Coventry soundly beat Watford 3-1. Ipswich look like they're starting...
They are just quietly going about the business, aren't they, Coventry?
Yeah.
Getting their head down, getting the results in.
I mean, if they carry on like this, they can hit the 100 club. And I think they can do it quite easily. I mean, they're 28 points already. So, yeah. Ipswich beat West Brom. Stoke beats Portsmouth. Darrell, you've now got bragging rights because they beat Southampton 2-1, with Southampton having... who was it?
Did Southampton score first?
Yeah, one moment. I'm just... who got sent off for Southampton? Wellington came on in the 81st minute and got sent off. That's hilarious. But yeah, they scored early and then they conceded too late. So yeah, congratulations. Well done, Darrell.
To be fair, he got sent off after they scored the winner, so it's not like it made much difference to the result.
I would like Darrell to send in some text messages and emails with all the abuse and fun with JimJam tagged. Please, that would be sublime. Bristol City gave Birmingham a defeat.
Can he though? Can he?
Yeah.
Have you seen the league table?
Yeah, I mean, they've only just escaped relegation because of it.
I mean, Southampton are 20th. Sorry, Southampton are 20th and Blackburn are 21st.
Yeah.
I mean, they're currently arguing over who's slightly less likely to get relegated.
So, who's slightly less shit, basically.
Yeah, but Southampton are currently winning that fight on 12 points. Blackburn, albeit a game less, are on 10.
It's a 6-pointer. 6-pointer in that situation.
It wasn't, though, was it?
In that situation.
They won and they got given 3 points. So it was a 3-pointer, of which they're still behind Southampton.
Well, no, because they call it a 6-pointer because it's the catch-up, isn't it?
I get it.
It's like us beating West Ham the other day. That was one of our 6-point games. because we've moved 3 points clear of them and they've lost the 3 points.
I sort of get it, but yeah, I don't think either one of them have got fucking bragging rights at the minute.
Derby beat
Sorry,
QPR.
Daryl. Sorry, but there's no bragging rights there.
Still doing it. Hull drew with Charlton, so Charlton slowed because Hull have been looking really good this season. Wrexham drew with Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough again looking really good this season.
Wrexham are not doing too bad either.
Nope.
To be fair to them.
Not. Millwall are continuing on looking very good and beat Leicester. And that's a great fixture.
That was a good result, that was.
Yeah.
For Millwall. Very good result.
As much as I shouldn't be giving any sympathy, Sheffield Wednesday again lost and they've taken administration. So they're now in a negative deficit, which, you know what? It's a weird one, isn't it? It's not like the fans are happy they've gone into administration because the ownership is that bad. The fans just want them out.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
And it's like they are literally going, you know what, if we get relegated and sent down.
There's a lot of complaints at the minute, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't blame them.
No, not at all. It's my, yeah, I mean, we had Bates. And, yeah, that was pretty bad. So I'm with them. It's a shame, but I think with that, Sheffield Wednesday are probably looking at getting relegated now.
Yeah, 12-point deduction won it. And
yeah.
I think the only bonus for them now is the company, because they sold the stadium to themselves. Whoever buys the club gets the stadium with it.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be in Coventry's position where they don't own the stadium. Because luckily, because they bought it from themselves to make the money,
yeah,
that's why they've screwed themselves over. They don't get to keep the stadium, which is always a plus for Sheffield Wednesday. So whoever buys it will buy it lock stock, won't they?
Yeah.
They can buy it lock stock.
Well, unfortunately, 12 games in, -6, with Norwich being nearest at 8 points. I just think that's a mountain they're not going to be able to climb.
It's more than a mountain, isn't it?
It's
ridiculous. It's flying to another planet at this point.
The only time I've seen a deduction sort of work was when we got sent down. You know, we got relegated. We had 12-point deduction. We went down, and then they deducted us an additional 15. We started the League One, but we were hands down the best team in the league. And we still made it into the playoffs with a 15-point deduction because we were that good.
Yeah,
Sheffield Wednesday are not that good.
They're not that good.
And because they're not that good, they don't have that bounce-back ability. And
we could be proved wrong and they could escape by a point or even goal difference on the end of the season.
It'd be nice.
I'd quite like to see them survive now. I don't really give a shit about Sheffield Wednesday, but
it's the biggest team. So when there's always the argument of who's the biggest team in Yorkshire, people always go, "Oh, it's Sheffield Wednesday." It's not. It's Leeds. Leeds are hands down the biggest team in Yorkshire.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
the Sunday League Stadium.
If you go on shirt sales and global stuff, we're the
nobody
seventh
goes
biggest
on
team
that shit.
in England.
Nobody goes on that shit.
But here's my thing: you cannot deny they're the most successful.
We go on names, and yours has only got 5 letters, so you're not the biggest team. That's how I'm working. Yeah. So Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday are much bigger than Leeds.
Sheffield Wednesday are the most successful Yorkshire club. You can't deny that because they have the trophies, we don't. So the argument for me is always, you want the most successful or the biggest? We sell out our stadium every year.
It depends what you judge being the biggest team on. If you judge being the biggest team just on how many trophies you've got, then that's one way of doing it. But you can also judge a big team on how many tickets they sell, how many people are on the waiting list for season tickets, how many shirts they sell, how many fans they've got abroad.
There's so many. Word it like this.
There's so many different ways of doing it.
Sheffield Wednesday are not going to Dublin for a game against AC Milan and selling out a 56,000-seater stadium. They're not doing it. We did. And it was 2/3 league.
Yeah, but then let's not forget as well, you're a one-club city. The same way Newcastle are. Where Sheffield has split theirs down the middle.
Yeah, which always makes me laugh when you got these clubs like Manchester United, Sheffield United.
Manchester United aren't in Manchester. So let's not go
which is a double down on how dumb their ownership is. We're not in Manchester and we're not United because there's 7 teams in Manchester.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like saying we are dumb. We are absolutely.
Yeah, it should have kept a new Neath.
Yeah, I
would have made more sense.
Yeah, but Sheffield United, you're not United. You have 2 teams. You are divided. It just always makes me laugh when you have these teams who go, "Yeah, we're United," but you're not, are you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's dumb.
So yeah, I mean, if Sheffield Wednesday were the only team in Sheffield, they would potentially be selling
absolutely.
the same as they would.
Yeah.
So you're lucky in as much as you're a one-team city.
Oh, absolutely.
The same way Newcastle. Newcastle, massive. Newcastle, there's Newcastle. Who else are you going to support?
They don't have that European fellowship. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but who else are you going to support in Newcastle?
No, I agree.
Because you've only got Newcastle.
But what I'm saying is, Leeds have a global following. We have a very big global following.
So Wrexham now.
Does the USA count?
It counts because it's still shirt sales and shit there.
No, I know. Well, what I mean is, though, it's like that's the argument. But whereas Sheffield United, I enjoy watching their suffering.
Yeah.
I actually have a bit of sympathy for Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know why, because I shouldn't. But
I think it's because they haven't done it on the pitch. They've been screwed over in the boardroom the same way Macclesfield were.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with their performances because Mac were outstanding the season they got relegated and should have finished mid-table. But because of this points deduction, that points deduction, what do you mean they've survived? Let's take them back to court, just give them an extra 2 points to make sure they get down.
Yeah.
Which would seal the fate. If I may interject at this point, as I've now mentioned Macclesfield.
The great victory.
Mac played South Shields, who had won 10, drawn 2, lost 9.
Yeah.
I was looking at a very, very tough game for Macclesfield. And they won 1-0.
Yeah.
They beat the unbeaten 1-0, which South Shield obviously is still first on goal difference, but only by 2 goals, with 32 points after 13 games. Mac have now played 13 games with 21 points, and we are 9th. We are 2 points, well, we're joint 8th. We're 2 points behind Kidderminster Harriers and Spennymoor Town and Buxton, who are all on 23 and all in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I actually know a Kidderminster Harriers fan as well, so that'll be an interesting game.
Question. Would you be happier with... It's great save.
It was a good save, but that was awful from Richarlison. He's not a good striker.
Man. Would you take promotion through the playoffs? Or would you prefer to consolidate?
Mac this season?
Uh-huh.
I think the next stage up is going to be really difficult. So I think I'd take finishing 8th, knowing you were there or thereabouts, and then you can build again next season and really go for it. I'd rather be challenging for automatic than struggling to get into the playoffs. I know that sounds a bit stupid because obviously you want your team to progress all the time.
But it's that whole step up thing.
I'd take finishing 8th, 9th, 10th, so we're not miles away. I say we, it's my family's team, not mine. I am an Arsenal fan, but my family are all Macclesfield fans, and most of them, sadly, are not with us anymore, which is why I put a lot of effort and time into Macclesfield now, because they're no longer here.
I'm going to explain it. I'm going to word it like this. It's like Wrexham. We all know they have, who Wrexham are and their current rise and promotion. They shocked me a little bit last season because I didn't think they'd get promoted from League One. But they did. But, that now said, what I said before is becoming true. The only difference... So, Birmingham City won the league. They had, hands down, the best team with good financial backing.
Yeah.
Wrexham, second, was it?
Something like that. They got promoted.
Yeah, they got direct promoted. And they got promoted through... I'm sorry, that save looks even better from that angle. The financial state of Wrexham allowed them to double jump. They're both now sitting 15th and 16th, and they're only... Blues are 6 points clear of relegation, and Wrexham are 5 points clear of relegation. Now, the fact that Norwich, Sheffield United, Blackburn, Southampton are all shit, I don't think they're going to get dragged into relegation. But all of a sudden, they've gone from these teams that can't be touched to...
Struggling.
You're going to struggle here. And I think it shows the difference. And the reason I put that question to you was, in the leagues that Macclesfield are in, financials aren't massive. In the sense of, you can sign a player at any time, they're semi-professional, a lot of them.
A lot of them will leave immediately anyway. There's no loyalty at that level. You're in and out all the time.
That's what I'm saying. So, next level's conference, isn't it, for you?
I'm not sure.
Or is it the one below conference?
I think it's the next. I think we need promotion twice to hit the conference. Okay. I think.
But it's that step up where
But they're still. That will be just below, basically professional now conference.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying.
Massive step.
The step up, like the teams that the last season when we were having this conversation about you getting promotion, you were looking at the teams who went up the season before where
Radcliffe and Marine.
Yeah, where you just missed out. You just missed out.
Yeah,
and they went up battered. They got battered week in, week out.
They got hammered.
Now, in all fairness, you're doing well and great, happy days. But is there that concern that if you get promoted?
I think it could turn into a derby type situation if we get promoted this season.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it being really struggling next season.
Getting more players of the calibre of the league you're in, the league above. Because let's be honest, to get promoted realistically, you want to be getting players in who are lower tier.
A league or two above.
Yeah. I mean, this was a comment I heard a West Ham fan say after the Leeds game, and I was quite sort of like, he's got a point. The question was, where have West Ham gone wrong?
Mm.
And it was only sort of when you sort of look back on something and go, I didn't really look into that.
Mm.
All the recruitment West Ham have done over the last 3-4 years have been relegated players.
Yeah.
And the wording was, how ambitious are you being when all you're doing is buying in relegated players? And you sort of go,
makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah, because these are the players that they're good enough to get you into the Premiership, but are they good enough to be in the Premiership? If your team's getting relegated, are you really ambitious? Don't get me wrong, every relegated team will have one or two standout players. And I mean standout. But let's look at last season, right? Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton. Now tell me 3 players from those 3 teams that you see as stand out that you would put into Arsenal.
Yeah, well, there isn't, is there?
There's one. No, there's one. Ramsdale. You take Ramsdale.
I would take Ramsdale. I was thinking because he's not at Southampton.
No.
But last season, yeah Ramsdale, I'd have had Ramsdale.
But this is what I'm saying. From the players that got sent down from 3 teams, name 3 players that you would take.
Just Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah. If you were a mid-table team, name 3 players you would take from those. The only player I look at that if Leeds had gone in for him, I would have took is Delap.
There you go. You've got Delap. He was a decent player.
He was a standout player, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the one we did buy, Justin from Leicester, he was really good after Goodison got injured. I mean, I'm hoping it's not bad, but immediately he jumped up and he's going, sub me off. He's trying to get off, and the players are going, get back on the pitch. He's like, you can see him like, wherever he's done, he's like, I can't do it.
Yeah,
he just sat down and waited till the team, and then they took him off. So whatever he's done didn't look good.
Mm.
The fact that he was just immediately trying to get off, you could sort of see the team going, what are you doing? But you sort of think, if he's that bad that he's immediately trying to get off the pitch, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not good at all.
But Justin came on. I mean, I don't think we spent much on him. I think it was like...
I actually think he's decent, to be fair. I do think he's decent.
So having that backup player of his calibre is nice. But would I turn around and go, oh, he's a standout player that I want on my team? Not at all. Shut up, Grealish. You're going to get sent off. And I'd be booking Pickford now.
Well, Tarkowski's allowed because he's a captain, so he's allowed over to talk. As long as he's just talking.
I'd be booking Bentancur for the foul, because it is a bad foul. But what Jack Grealish is doing there...
Yeah, it's probably kicking off. Right, I think what we're going to do, mate, is we're going to call it that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, and that's why they got sent down, in my opinion.
We shall see you lovely people very soon. And just for the record, it's Everton 0, Tottenham 2, 72nd minute.